Hello and welcome once again to another episode of the Aspen Shed. A lot of water's passed under the bridge since the last time, and I've moved from North Wales to the northeast of England, Gateshead area. Anyway, what has inspired this video is I've bought myself yet another 3D printer. In the past I've made or built from kits 3D printers and programmed them myself through Marlin software, etc. I've done a lot of printing with them. They worked well, but about 12 months ago I bought a new Creality Ender version 3, and it was one of these that works straight out of the box, very high speed, knocked me bandy. It works exceptionally well. No having to spend hour upon hour tweaking the firmware. It just worked straight out of the box. Anyway, I noticed recently that the colour printers have come more available, and I've bought an Anycubic Kobra S1. It's the combo one that comes with the 4-spool feeder unit. So when it comes, we shall together, hand in hand, unbox it and do a print and see what happens. So until it arrives, farewell. Well, after a long wait, it has arrived. So I'll unbox it, get it set up, and we'll see what it can do. It looks like it was exceedingly well packed, even got plastic corner protectors. Lots of well-fitting foam, which obviously keeps them stationary in the box. It ain't going to flop around in that. I managed to lift it out of the box by cutting the sides of the box, because I'm a bit feeble now. But still, the packing looks very good. I'm just going to slit the plastic bag and probably the side of the foam, just to get it out of the foam block. I'm only filming this bit because I'm now 77 years old, and when you get to this sort of age, your power goes, so you have to find simple ways of doing things. So now I've got it to this stage, I'm just going to walk it out. I'll do the rest of the unpacking on the floor, and when I've got the multi-reel dispenser out, I'll lift it up onto the bench. Change of plan, lifted it up so I could get at the screws to undo them easily, and those two marked in red have got to come out first. Removing the feeder unit was quite straightforward. It just pulls straight out and it's light enough. Next job is to get the toolbox out. and see what's in that. That was quite easy, removing the packing piece for the spool holder, no problem. The only suggestion I've got to make is you get yourself, or if you already have, a 2.5mm hex screwdriver. It's better than trying to use the hex wrench to get the 4 screws out. It would be a very slow job with that, but that makes it quite easy. So the only thing left in there to do, I think, is just take that cable tie off the feeder head. The last thing to unscrew are 3 screws which hold the hot plate in. One there, one there, and there's one at the back. If I can find the back, yes, there we are. There's one at the back. They're like self-tappers or plastic screws. They're not machine screws. I think that's it now for the unpacking. And I've managed it mainly sitting down, so that's good for me, because I say at my age the knees don't work, the ankles don't work, the feet don't work. Very little works actually. Anyway, that's that bit. The next bit, I think, is all assembly, putting things on and switching things on, which looks good to me. The first thing I'm going to put in is the activated charcoal filter into the filter receptacle. Like that. It appears to have gone in. Number 1 job done. The only one great disappointment is everybody I've seen that's had one of these has had a free toy. I haven't got a free toy. With the printer turned round and the feeder unit on the top, all I've had to do is plug in a 6-pin plug into there and a 4-pin into there, and this other unit into there, and now I'm just going to screw it on to there with 2 screws. It's doing its setup dance. It's just doing the self-leveling now. I've just asked it to print a benchy. I've got just one colour in the... oh dear me. I've just got one colour in the carousel, just a grey, to test. It's heating up at the minute. We'll see how we progress. Everything seems to be going well at the moment. Well, that's it printing, but I can't actually see at the minute if anything is being printed. The feeder is blinking. I heard it feed. But I can't see anything yet. Well, we are printing with a full house on the colours, but it's not without having a problem. I had a blockage, and I started to follow the instructions about removing the hot end, which looks like that, and I got into a bit of trouble because I thought it was like a normal hot end, and I'd got blockage in this part, and so I thought I would just take it to pieces and put, I don't know if you can see that, that's the nozzle off the hot end, and as I used to do with all my other printers, I used to just unscrew it, clean it out, and then was able to clean out the rest of that tube. Well, it was locked in with something really better than anything I've come across, because I heated it up and everything and didn't put a lot of pressure on it, but as you can see, it snapped off. So I have repaired it. I took it to pieces. I drilled out the remains of the nozzle out of the threads. Fortunately, I've got a lathe. I think it'd be rather difficult without, because I was able to put a 4mm drill up it, which is tapping size for M6, sorry. I put a 5mm drill up it for M6, and I cleaned it out and tapped it back to normal, and then put a standard nozzle in it that I had in my stock, millions of them, and it worked. Oh. I obviously, because the head nozzle I put in is slightly taller, I had to do an automatic bed leveling, but nothing else caused any problems. It worked, a treat, and it's now printing my test piece, which is a nut and bolt, and obviously they've got to be able to thread together. I've done one set which did work, and now I'm doing another set in blue. Isn't that nice? Anyway, that was the problem I've had, but it means that I can change the nozzles in mine now, because otherwise what you have to do is buy a new one of them for £14 or £15, which doesn't seem very good to me, although it comes out easy enough, and it's obviously made to come out easy. It just unplugs and you press a clip and it drops out and all the rest of it. But that's not the point, is it? If all you needed to put in was a new nozzle, to have to spend 14 quid on a complete new kit and caboodle, complete with thermistor and heater, I just thought that was a bit much. Anyway, I've solved my problem, but that's the only problem I've had so far. Preparing my first colour print, or multiple colour prints, and something I've never done before, which is sequence the prints. So it's going to print all of the yellow nut first, and then the green base of the bolt in green, and the thread in black. So it's my first multicolor print, but sequential print, which, having mucked about with these 3D printers for years, it's the first time I realised you could do such a thing. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Well, it is indeed printing them one at a time. So it's going to do that first, and then move on to the bolt. The software automatically arranges them, so I'm imagining there's going to be no collisions between the two parts. We'll have to see how good that is. It has indeed started on the bolt, and as you can see, there's absolutely no chance of collision. So the software grouped them. I had grouped them at a distance apart, but it brought them in even closer. There you go. It's working at the moment. Well, there we go, there's the first part, and I was just changing the colour to start on the bolt. Now we're just going for our third change. So far everything is going well. All it's got to do now is put the threaded part on. Had another try and had complete success. I just dropped the temperature by 5 degrees. So that one was too hot for the black. Green and the yellow were okay, but the black totally distorted. But that one came out perfectly. And thankfully that end looks like a licorice allsort. Tremendous. Well, I'll stop there for now. At least my little nut and bolt came out alright. It was the first attempt at colour printing, and if I have any more interesting printing topics, I'll make another video. So I'll call that quits for now. Oh yes, I did have a test benchy that I did first of all. I can't show it to you because the dog ate it. Bye.